Every day is different. Each day brings a new concern, a new problem, a new memory. Whether you're working a day shift, an evening shift, or even an overnight shift, you'll have your share of issues. Maybe your shift begins with preparing the people for their day, waking them up, but doing it your special way. You want to wake them up so that they can have a smile on their face for the day. You read in the communication log that they have been missing work lately because their mornings have been very difficult. They don't get in the shower before their housemate, so that makes them mad. They then have to tell the person who is working, which then takes them 10 minutes because they're in the middle of doing meds. So finally, after talking, they decide they're going to go eat breakfast. But all the Wheaties are gone. He then throws the bowl into the sink. Now, this makes another person mad because that was his favorite cereal bowl. It has been 30 minutes since he woke up. He grabs his toiletries and heads to the shower. He then remembers his favorite towel is dirty. He forgot to do his laundry the day before. After getting dressed, he remembers that he needs to take his morning meds. He opens the door to the med room, but he can't find you. He searches and searches all over and realizes that that person working is busy helping his peer make their lunch. He tells her that he will wait for her downstairs. 2 minutes. 3 minutes. 5 minutes. That's when then he hears the bus. "What? I'm not ready," he tells the staff. "I haven't even had my meds yet." There's no answer. Then, when she finally realizes he's not on the bus, she rushes down the stairs, flings the door open, and says a million apologies before trying to administer his meds. He then says, "Never mind. I'm going back to bed. My day's ruined, and I'm not going to work today." So when you wake him up, you sing that silly song. You remind him what the time is, letting him know that his housemate will enter the shower in less than 15 minutes. While he showers, you put the Wheaties on the table. You quickly rush to his room and realize that you helped him do his laundry the other day, so his favorite towel he has already taken with him to the bathroom. And while he's eating his breakfast, you administer the morning meds to his housemates. You glance at the clock. The bus will be here in 15 minutes. He meets you downstairs and gets his morning meds. You then both walk up the stairs and out the door, and while finishing the morning routine, you sing your favorite song while walking out to the bus. The bus pulls up, and then he gets on the bus. And as you look up, he's waving and smiling through the window. You look down at your watch and realize it's time to knock on bedroom number 2. Working in direct care is difficult. It is extremely important that the direct care worker is able to balance their workload, and they are able to control a healthy physical, mental, and emotional well-being. Because DSPs are known for their caring and selfless character, and they are known for experiencing burnouts, when working in the direct care field, the hours are always available. They're always needed. The low pay rate forces the DSP to push themselves to the limit, which many times results in working excessive hours. You get everyone to work on time. You take a client to the doctor. This results in 3 new medications. You need to take them to the pharmacy, fill their prescriptions, call the nurse, and fill them in on everything that happened at the appointment. What's their weight? What's their blood pressure? How were they acting? What kind of meds did they get? You return to work and file all the paperwork that is necessary. And just as you're about to grab your lunch, the phone rings. Now you're on your way because you must go pick up an individual at work because they're sick. And while you're driving, you remember the last time you was sick? It resulted in everyone getting sick, including yourself and your 2-year-old. While you're driving, your mind begins to wander. That job posting for the local fast food restaurant is still in the paper. You realize that they are making more than $5 more than you an hour. Their day seems much less stressful than yours. You recall reading in the Buffalo News the other day where you first heard about the campaign for Be Fair for Direct Care. They're asking the governor for $45 million to distribute between employees and assisting in them giving them a living wage. You think it'll happen? The chairman of the Senate's Committee on Mental Health and Development of Disabled, Robert Ortt, said, "In my view, someone who takes care of a child with autism, Asperger's, Down syndrome, they should definitely be getting they are definitely a higher priority for us than someone who is making fries." Rhonda Frederick shared in the Buffalo News that the work that DSPs do is much more than minimum. And for all that they give to others, it is now our turn to advocate for them. What do you think? After throwing away the soiled clothes into the laundry, you glance over at the gentleman washing his hands at the sink, and you give him a soft smile. He throws his hand around you and says, "Thank you for helping me to get clean. I'd be lost without you." When you're finally getting ready to clean up dinner, you overhear the conversation in the living room with the individuals. They are concerned after reading the article on CNN Money that the future president may go back on his word on his plan to save Social Security and Medicare cuts. It has been said that he would like to turn Medicaid into a block grant, in which many consumer advocates say that this would lead to cuts to the program. He does know that the federal government should work with the states to make sure low-income Americans can obtain coverage. Here's my chance. What can I say? How can I calm their nerves? You say. You walk into the room and you let them know that their fears that they have are legit. But you let them know that they are not alone. And they have many people willing and ready to stand up with them and to share the fight for a human right. You then remind them about the press conference and rally on December 16th held in Rochester. This is their chance to advocate for the people that work with them every day. You, your sister, your mother. These people that help them live fulfilling lives every single day. Once everyone is settled into their beds, you begin to write in the communication log to your peers. And while you're writing, you find yourself smiling to yourself over and over about the kind words you heard during the day. You giggle when you recall the conversation at breakfast. And then your heart melts when you count the hugs you received during the day. Then, just as your relief opens the door to begin her next shift, you realize no French fries worth leaving the people that make your life worth living. This is a tiny portion of what a DSP goes through every single day. What about considering when they are assisting people with budgeting their money, helping them spend their money on things that are worth spending it on? What about helping them through the loss of someone significant in their life, grieving, taking them to appointments to help them through this process, letting them know that those feelings are normal? What about assisting them with building and maintaining successful relationships with family, with friends, boyfriends, girlfriends? What about working on building skills to assist them in seeking employment? It is extremely important that these folks maintain employment and reach for the stars. I'm asking you to please stand up with us on December 16th and many more days from now. This campaign will continue until the new budget is ready to go in effect in April. In front of Governor Cuomo, we want to ask for an increase in wages to help these people live a life outside of poverty, being able to, take care of their own families. So please join me and join my friends on December 16th at the Arc of Monroe in Rochester, New York on December 16th at 9:30 a.m. I hope to see you there. Thank you.